welcome. Today I am going to do an introduction to my introduction. The reason why I'm doing an introduction to my introduction is because I want to explain a little bit what this channel is about. On this channel we like to do science projects. Those science projects sometimes are projects that we come up with on our own, but very often we are reviewing educational toys, subscription kits, other kinds of box kits that are STEAM themed or STEM themed. There are a lot of STEM activities, kits, products out there. So this channel is intended as a resource for parents, grandparents, educators, anybody that might be in the market for STEAM themed gifts or products. We're giving you our take, and I've come up with a scale. I may change the metrics by which I evaluate these kits in the future, but so far, for at least 2 weeks, we've been using this rating scale that I came up with, which is A, did the kids have fun? On a scale of 1 to 5. B, did the kids learn anything? Scale of 1 to 5. C, is it like sustainable? Is the packaging and the project and the kit or the toy itself reasonably sustainable, or is it kind of like a plastic hunk of junk at some point? Is it going to turn into something that's going to be, not environmentally friendly? And then 4, what's the general quality? 5, I always do that. Even my daughter noticed. I was on letters and then I switched to numbers. So D, what's the general quality? E, what's the cost? Is it affordable? Is it pretty steep? We get money every day, yeah. Is it good value for the money, etc., etc., etc. A lot of the kits that we use or the toys that we use are way outside of the age range of my kids, but I typically do the projects anyway because I feel like the main thing is to expose kids to these ideas, repeat those ideas, and what they retain, great. I'm often very surprised about how much my 5.5-year-old actually does absorb from some of these things that you would imagine to be outside of her learning capabilities at this age, let's say. Last thing I want to explain is that this kit is the starter kit from MEL Chemistry. When you first subscribe to their boxes, you get this starter kit and you will get one of their monthly kits. And from there on out, you'll just receive their monthly kit. This one is called Artificial Sea. It's not the first one we receive, but you'll get something like this every month. But the first month you get both this, the starter kit, which has a lot of good stuff in it. Everything you'll need, like a tray for conducting the experiment, Erlenmeyer flasks, beakers, safety goggles, a lot of good stuff in there. Just a lot of things that you'll need for every experiment. Then from there on out, you'll get just this lighter monthly kit. But the experiment that we did called SugarSnakes, I'd actually already done it with my girls from the MEL Chemistry monthly version of it, and it came with one other experiment. But the one that we conducted in the video that you're about to see was something that my neighbor Luna ordered, and it was boxed and packaged a little differently. It's from the same company, MEL Chemistry, but it was called MEL Chemistry LITE. So rather than come with this starter kit and one of the monthly boxes, the experiment itself came with some slightly pared down equipment. So I'm just explaining that really quickly so you understand the difference between what you're getting with a MEL Chemistry subscription kit versus this MEL Chemistry LITE box, which I just encountered last time Luna visited. Without further ado, let's check out our SugarSnakes experiment, which I think they could have also named like Dancing Dookie or so, but stick around, you'll see what I mean. You'll have to wait till the end of the video, however, to get our official ratings. Here we are in Wonder Mother. We're doing an experiment today from MEL Chemistry LITE. All right, so the experiment is called SugarSnake. We've got everything set up here, including Mila and Luna and Soleil are wearing their safety glasses, and we've got a bowl of water because we're gonna be working with fire. We've got our stove set up. So here we go.
And this is not edible.
It's not edible. Don't eat this. You can try this at home, but don't eat this at home. Okay.
And do not cook it in the oven with no water.
Right. Don't put it in your swimming pool. Don't feed it to your dogs. I mean, there's many permutations of things that you should not do But if you just stick with following the directions,
yeah, you get the gist.
You get the gist. Luna here is going to mix some sodium hydrogen carbonate,
Nacho.
which she calls nacho. It does look a lot like nacho because here's the chemical symbol. So she's going to put that in the bottle of sucrose here. Not at all. Okay, now really shake this very well. Okay.
A few hours
Luna,
later.
my turn. Luna's turn.
Oh, be careful with that. It might be part of the experiment.
It is. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pour this in the middle.
That my job?
See how it's a little bowl? I bet Luna would let you pour a little bit, but you're gonna leave her some to pour in, right? Pour in a little bit and then
Just be careful.
just make sure you get it in the middle. All right, stop. Okay, that's good.
I won't do it.
Here, you pour this on top of that.
No. The next job.
Pour that right there.
The next.
Okay, great. This is the part that's my job. Now we're gonna light it on fire. Oh boy.
Oh, wow. Okay, something's happening. There's a chemical reaction. I think we did something wrong. Guess we gotta do this all over.
No, we didn't do anything wrong. We did it right.
Why is it popping out?
Why is it popping out? Okay, let's find out. When we set the solid fuel on fire, a whole range of chemical transformations take place,
culminating in a small heap of white powders, turning into a huge black snake.
Look at it grow. Look at that. Now it's really going. Each substance undergoes its own transformation. The solid fuel burns, yielding almost exclusively gaseous products and a lot of heat. This heat makes the baking soda decompose to release carbon dioxide gas and makes the sugar turn into black carbon. The carbon dioxide whips the carbon into a froth, giving it more and more volume. And forming
Solid form a crystal or something like that?
That sounds right. I actually wanted to I have Post-its. And so when you have questions like that, I'm going to write it on a Post-it because the truth is I'm just a scientist in training. I don't have all the answers.
There's no such thing as a scientist in training.
As long as you're doing it, you're a scientist. You hear that? Hear that, guys? Luna says as long as you're doing science, you're a scientist. But I don't have all the answers. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
Okay.
Whoa.
You can go here and like...
Ooh. Now it's really going at the end. It's going the most, isn't it?
It is really cool. This is officially a success.
Last week, we forgot to do our rating scale for the MEL Science Lite SugarSnake, which was this.
I was a bit confused on how it rose.
Yeah, and it didn't, well, that's the thing. I don't even know yet because it sort of told us what we were looking at, but it actually didn't go into the way the molecules actually are acting. This MEL Chemistry kit did. It does sort of say that like it's releasing carbon dioxide, which is a gas which sort of fluffs up the sugar snake, but in terms of actually showing the molecules, it didn't actually show that. So I don't know if that's just because it's like MEL Science Lite or if it just happens to be this particular experiment. So would you give that one though a little bit lower on the learning scale?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd probably give this 3.
A 3, okay. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Sure.
Right. So it still gets a 5 on the fun.
I think I'll give it a 5 on the fun. They're amazing.
And I don't know how much it costs, but I feel like it's probably the same 3 or 4 in terms of value. And general quality, it's not as robust, so I would still go actually 5 or 4. Like I still think it was pretty good. Sustainability, it's lighter, and everything in here is recyclable. So it actually gets higher, I think, on the sustainability meter. But yeah, a really high score even on the MEL Science Lite. And with that, our work is done. Boom!